So, today we're going to talk about which side of the boat is starboard and port, which side is windward and leeward, and safe overtaking as well as safe tacking. So, if we have our boat and it is if the wind is coming from here, which side do you think is the windward side of the boat?
The one driving into the wind?
The right hand.
Yes, that is the windward side, and which that means that that side is the leeward. Now, which side do you think is starboard and which side is port?
The right hand starboard and the left hand's port.
Yep.
What's leeward?
Leeward is the side that is leaning with the wind, like going with the wind. So whichever side of the boat does not have the wind directly going at it, or whichever side your sail is on more or less, is a good indicator of which side is leeward.
Okay.
So do you have any other questions about starboard, port, leeward, or windward?
How do you go upwind?
You're going to be going upwind by tacking, which goes into safe tacking. So when you're going upwind, and you're tacking, you need to make sure that all around you is clear and that you aren't going to hit any obstacles or any local hazards or anything. As well as you need to make sure that there's no other boats or anything. So if you're tacking and you're coming up and you're going to be going around in that direction, you need to make sure that there's nothing on this side, or make sure that there's no other boats in front of you or coming up beside you. And if you are, you need to make sure that you're safe distance, so a minimum of 1 boat length, as well as you need to make sure that the speed you're going at and that they're going at will not end up, while halfway you're done tacking, they're already at you and are trying to go through you pretty much. So you need to make sure of that. So
What's tacking?
Tacking is when you go, tacking is basically turning when you're going upwind. And then jiving is when you're turning when you're going downwind.
Does the port side and starboard side always stay the same, or does it change?
Yes.
It always stays the same.
Yeah, port and starboard always stay the same as long as if you're sitting here and looking forward, port will always be on the left and starboard will always be on the right.
Does windward and leeward stay the same?
No, whenever you switch over, it will change. So if the boat is now facing this direction over here, the top side will be windward and the bottom side will be leeward, because the wind is hitting the top side, which makes it windward.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to talk about safely overtaking. So if you are going to be overtaking a boat.
Use the other side.
Okay. If you're going to be overtaking a boat, you need to make sure you leave a good clear distance away from them, because when you're overtaking, you do not have right of way. But if someone is trying to overtake you or is coming at you in a way that they are going to end up colliding with you, you need to make sure you want to call your rights, letting them know that you're there, you have the right of way, and that they don't, so that that way they can adjust their course accordingly, so that they do not run into you or run into anything else. So that way they can steer clear.
How do you know if you have right of way?
You know you have right of way if someone is trying to overtake you or if they are coming from the port side up at you, more or less. Or if you are, so if you are this direction and your sails are on that side, and the other boat is coming at you and they are on the opposite side because they are on the starboard side, I think. They do not have right of way. The boat with the sails on the port side, I believe, have right of way.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions about starboard, port?
How do you signal right away?
What do you mean by that? Like, how do you signal that you're turning in one direction, or
How do you tell them?
How do you tell the other boat that you're the right away?
you're going to end up just basically yelling it to the other boat, making sure you're loud enough that you are yelling over the wind, as well as trying to make sure that they can hear you over the distance that it's over.
Would the other boat know that you have right away?
If they don't know, then that's what you're letting them know. You're just yelling, saying, I have right of way, and then, or letting them know you're there. And
Okay.
do you have any questions about safely overtaking or tacking?
What was the distance? Like, is there a safe distance to?
You're gonna want to be a minimum of one boat length away, but if the other boat is bigger and faster, you're going to want to make sure you are more and accommodating for that extra speed that they have, or the less or the slower you have in the boat size. Because if you're a bigger boat and you're trying to tack, you need to make sure that you aren't going, that you're going fast enough to be able to tack, but also get the back of your boat clear of the other boat's path.
Okay.
Any other questions? So today I told you guys, and you guys learned what is starboard, port, what's the difference between windward and leeward, how to safely overtake, as well as safely tack.
Can you tell me again what
What starboard and port is?
I forget.
Okay, starboard is your right side and port is your left. And on most boats, if there's light, the port side will be red and the starboard side will be green, which helps other boaters, one, distinguish that you're there, and two, distinguish what direction you're going, as well as whether they have right of way or not, which can help let other boats know.
If you're coming straight onto another boat, what side would you go to?
You would both turn port, which is right. No, sorry, you turn starboard, which is right, and that way you'd be passing port and port, so both your port sides would be together. So basically, you're heading on, that way you both turn away, instead of both turning, one's turning starboard, one turning port, and colliding that way.
So you both go port, so you cross on your starboard side.
Starboard. Starboard, so you cross on the port side.
Yeah.
So you both turn right.
Yeah.
So if this is port and this is starboard, this is starboard, this is port, both port sides are going to be facing each other, and the starboard side is going to be pointing outwards. So that way when you're turning,
What side's port and what side's starboard?
port is left and starboard is right.
You sure?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Here,
100.
we should do that one again, because earlier you said port was right.
Yeah, and then I corrected myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. You can edit this.
Yep.
So port and starboard, or port is left, right?
Port is left.
So 4 letters and 4 letters,
Yeah.
and then starboard is right.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna remember it.
Okay.